guys, welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy VIII. Last time we showed off all the GF summon animations, and we took a look at devouring the stats that it can gain you. This time, I've made my way back. Level 100. Now, so you guys know what I did, and if you'll take a look at some of the abilities that are still on GFs, like, say, Carbuncle, for example, we still have Vitality bonus, and I haven't reset these things up. What I did after we beat the game is I went back to my old save file that I had right after getting Odin, but before modifying anything. And then I did some of the modification, but not all of it. And I kept all of the bonus abilities so I could set up 2 different characters at the same time with all of the bonus abilities that I needed. So I would have gone Strength, Magic, Vitality, and Spirit. And then I would level up 2 characters at a time on the islands closest to Hell, specifically the one on Hell because it works better. And so because I was able to have Cactuar on one character and then all 4 GFs that have the other bonus abilities on another character, I leveled up 2 characters at a time, which is a lot faster than trying to do it 1 at a time, and got everybody up to level 100. And these are their base stats at level 100 now, which are not too shabby, actually. Noah's got a lot of strength. Ow. Okay, sure. Selphie, unfortunately, will not be as high. Neither will Quistis or Zell or even Squall, because they gained levels throughout the course of the game. I specifically kept Rinoa and Irvine low, and so they have the best stats overall. However, you guys wanted me to show off some different party members here for the rematch against Omega. Now, Omega, when he's level 100, is, well, he's got much higher stats than he would in, when we're a lower level on the PC version. For whatever reason, the PC version is kind of weird that way. They never did that in the PlayStation release of the game, so it's, I don't know, in the PlayStation version, you were always screwed. And for whatever reason, they changed it in this version, so now we have to deal with Omega when he's at his full power. And at full power, let's see here, he has 1.16 million HP. At level in and around 30 where I was fighting him before, he only had about 400,000. So yeah, he's going to be a little bit more difficult this time around. And I'm not going to limit myself too much, but I'm also not going to abuse the crap out of Squall's limit break. I'm going to try and demonstrate some of the other characters and some of their abilities. Now, I keep forgetting to do this, but we're going to swap Ultima. Nope, we don't need to swap Ultima. That's why I had it there. Yeah, because it's already, she's already got max magic there. So yeah, we want to make sure we max out Quistis' magic stat and preferably Zell's strength stat. Unfortunately, I decided to go with Auto Potion instead. I'm going to try some different abilities, things that I didn't normally take advantage of the first time around. And this will be a lot more reactionary, because I haven't actually fought him at level 100 since I did it on the PlayStation version years ago. So yeah, we've learned pretty much every ability you can imagine. And these are the ones I'm going with. We still need HP plus 80%. I did not use HP bonus as I leveled up, so unfortunately we don't have a maxed HP stat. We need to have something. Even if we put Ultima on some of our HPs, it still wouldn't be enough to max it out. So we still want the speed from Auto Haste and Speed Plus. We need to make sure we have 9,999 HP to deal with Omega, and you're going to go with Auto Potion. I gave you the GF ability because you have Cerberus, and Auto Protect here since you don't need Strength Junction. And here we gave you Magic plus 60 to max out your magic stat because you're going to make use of that. You also have the Defend command. there wasn't really anything else I could do. I gave you the defend command as well. I considered the kamikaze one, but that would severely limit my ability to continue fighting, because as soon as you kamikaze yourself against the enemy, you deal a lot of damage, but then you're eliminated from battle, and that sounds like a terrible idea. So we're going to go with Zell, Quistis, and Squall here. So we're going to switch to the other party, and I have not test run this at all, so I'm not sure how this is going to go. Let's see. Hope this goes well. Like I said, no, I haven't tested this. I actually haven't even picked up the game since I recorded the finale, other than the previous episode. I'm recording both of these in the same day. Switch to the other party. Kind of a needed break. This has been a very long, well, it hasn't even really been all that long. It's just been a very intensive LP to put together. Needed a break to do some other things, play some other games that I don't have to do a butt ton of research for. Level 5 death, I'm protected against that. Cerberus. Excuse me? I have death protection. Do I not? Take 2! Must have had death on my status attack from all my level grinding and never took it off. Apparently. Let's try this again. Cerberus. Just gonna use some normal attacks in the meantime here. Just something to fill time with. Managed to goad him into a normal attack here. Oh, I should be casting Meltdown. Meltdown! There we go, death protection. Would have been funny if even Squall didn't have that on, but I had somebody at least was smart enough to not have death on his status attack. I think I had one person with sleep on their status attack and one person, and two with death. Alright, so we're gonna get triple on everybody here. So yeah, my process when I went back to my old save file, after playing around a little bit with, getting all my GFs set back up and all on the same party, 4.5 hours of grinding, 1 game over. That would have been due to a breath attack from a Ruby Dragon, not a Malbro. So yeah, that was fun. I only lost about 15 minutes, I think, with that one. I'm gonna get Aura going on all 3. And we'll get Protect going too. And I'm gonna have you that. Make sure everyone's healed up after the meteor because we all know what's coming next. Blue magic. Gonna rely on Shockwave Pulsar. Throw on Protect, even though Squall didn't need it, but figure we'll do some different things this time than we would normally do. Try and make the battle a little bit different. I had 0 crashes during my grind session, and even though I did use Selfie's Limit Break because I was using Rapture to take out some of the enemies, her ultimate Limit Break did not come up a single time. After I did all my grinding, it took me about an hour and a half to get back to Omega, considering I had to do a bunch of plot-related things all over again. We'll get 1 Renzakuken in there, and then we'll get a duel in there. I don't want to abuse Renzakuken too much, but it's still easily the most damage we can do, especially if he hits Lionheart, which, to be honest, I don't think I've even shown that on Omega, because Squall has not been behaving whenever I've tried to do it in all the attempts that I did. So Armageddon Fist is your best friend here. I would make liberal use of it, just because you're going to get so much more out of it than you will pretty much any other type of damage, just because multiple hits, plus the chance of criticals, because our luck's relatively high. And if your inputs are fast enough, then... Excuse me? Somehow I missed that one. Duel. Well, I kind of need to make Elixir after that. Go figure. Now, I do have that auto potion on Zell, so I guess I could have gone with like a couple of Curaga spells or something like that. But yeah, the idea here is that he's kind of self-contained and he should be able to stay alive on his own, even if I screw something up, which means like I have the only potions I have are X potions, so auto potion will only use the X potions, which is exactly what I want them to do. That way he'll always be at maximum HP, and it just makes life easier. One more. Aw, bugger, I missed. Oops. Renzakuken. It's still kind of a limit spam. That's pretty much all you can do. Show off Lionheart! Come on, Squall. I know your chances are relatively low when you have high HP, but you have 1 HP right now. You really should be able to use Lionheart. Maybe I activated his limit beforehand. And triple. Get the auras going. I'll get at least somebody to use defend here. I have it on both Quistis and Zell, so I could use them both to do that and then just have Squall attack if I really wanted to. But I could also just choose one or the other, whoever happens to have their turn. We'll see. Duel. Defend. Oops. Now, Zell's Limit Break is great because of Armageddon Fist, and you can get a lot more hits out of it, I think, than even Irvine with Fast Shot. The downside is the animations take a lot longer, and that's kind of where I prefer using... didn't get it. That's where I prefer using someone else, like Irvine, just because it gets off so much faster. Same with Squall if he behaves and uses... Lionheart! That's Fated Circle, damn it! Squall doesn't want to behave. But yeah, Omega's going to have a lot of health. This is going to take a while. Hopefully that was still in effect. Otherwise I just got game over. Oh, Protect was in effect. Look at that. Not that it helped, but... well, there's Defend again. Item, Mega Phoenix. Oh, I didn't show off a few different of the summons in the last episode that I kind of wanted to show off, and I kind of forgot about them. I only ever think about them in this fight, so let's show them off here. Where are we? Gasolgreens. And the other one is Phoenix Pinion. So these are two other GFs. Now, you'll get a different Chocobo summon depending on what you do in Chocobo's world. In the remaster, they've switched it up so that it's just by level. I think most of his attacks are fire-based, as are things like Rebirth Flame. Now, when you use Phoenix Pinion, it's a little bit different. And that is, once you've used a Phoenix Pinion, there is a chance that Phoenix will show up and revive your party once you would normally get a game over. It's really, really, really nice, and I've seen it work before. As you can see, it'll cast, I think, full life on your entire party. What am I going to do here? I am going to cast Cerberus. You're going to cast Ultima. I'm going to cast Aura. Now, I'm not sure when auto potion kicks in. I would guess it would be when he hits critical HP. That's just a guess, though. So we're just going to defend here because he's going to use Light Pillar next. And I know that that has a chance of, well, not a chance, it should deal max damage to one target, and hopefully he'll target one of those two instead of Squall. Then I won't have to reset anything else up. But yeah, once he's at level 100, some of his damage is a little bit higher, comparatively speaking, because our stats are better, but they're not that much better. So there's Light Pillar. Come on, hit Quistis, not Squall. Please don't hit Squall. Defend didn't work? Interesting. I'm not sure why Defend didn't work. Why do you keep using Faded Circle? Squall doesn't want to behave. Where's my X potions? I wanted to get that off ahead of time. Please don't kill Quistis. Damn it! Video game! Must you? Video game does not like me today. I guess this is what happens when I don't test out the fight at level 100. Where's my Mega Elixirs? Blue Magic. Where are my Aura spells? Get my limits going again. Now, one thing I don't know is if you activate a limit break with low HP and then get healed before the limit goes off, I don't know if that affects your crisis level in any way. That's one thing I never really found evidence to in my research. So, take with that what you will. I'm not sure if that affects things or not, but... So we healed up, and now we're gonna heal up again. The thing is once you have maxed out Mega Elixirs, you really don't have to worry all that much about healing, just because you know you're gonna be able to Mega Elixir whenever you want. But, I don't know. That going... That going. Get all of our limits off here. Yeah, this fight is definitely not a short one when you don't come in with like some kind of a set strategy or anything like that. Oops, not paying attention. Not paying attention at all. You can start inputting your buttons slightly before the screen appears to show that you can start inputting your buttons. And it helps when it reads your inputs. It's one of the reasons I'm able to get hits off as fast as I am. Renzakuken, show off Lionheart, please! You don't really need to make Elixir up here, but I like doing it anyway. And I also want, like, that's just on the off chance that I'm actually able to survive. Squall might be able to survive if he doesn't get targeted very often because of his Protect. but it's not a guarantee, that's for sure. You have to get pretty lucky. Bunch more hits. Yeah, using Irvine definitely just allows the battle to get streamlined a lot more. That's my preference. After playing a game a number of times, I just get real tired of the animations because I know the animations. I've seen them all dozens of times now. I don't really need to see them again. So anything I can do to speed things along is always appreciated. It's one of my issues with Chrono Cross is the animations in battle take absolutely forever. And even with the game's built-in fast forward feature from New Game Plus and based on, you know, even on an emulator being able to fast forward that again, it's just not enough. Let's get Defend going there. Wait for him to unleash hell. Come on, hurry up. I thought I had a lot less time than I did. There we go. So we got 2 people defending through this, so Squall's the only one who can die. Hopefully he targets the other ones. Auto Protect, that's the only reason I have Auto Protect on, is to hopefully enable him to survive once. Did he do it? Yeah, I did it! I was hoping he'd survive once. Give him an X potion. Have Zell use auras. Quistis use her limit. Like, Shockwave Pulsar is nice, and even at max magic, she still can't do anything compared to some of the other characters in the game. As far as damage goes with a limit break. It's a cool ability that she can break damage limit when no one else can. But at the same time, it doesn't do enough to make her like efficient to use, which is why I prefer to use a character like Renoa for magic, because even though Wishing Star is random whether it's going to happen or not, when it does happen you get 8 times, 10,000 damage. So that's a lot more than doing 15,000 over and over and over again. We're never gonna get Lionheart against this guy. I've never had such bad luck before. Normally when I do it, I get, every 5 or 6 times that I get a bonus ability, I get to use Lionheart, which is pretty average. But not getting them any of the times I've used it against Omega is kind of ridiculous. I'm not sure why it's so difficult for him to use it. The chance of him using it, if he uses a finisher at all, excuse me, press the button, is 25%. It's the same percentage as any of his other moves, and for whatever reason, it's just not liking me today. Didn't like me last time I did it either, which is kind of unfortunate. What do we got here? Zell's dead? That's fine. Phoenix down. Initially my plan was to not use Rinskookin all that much at all, but he's got so much HP that I don't really have a choice, do I? X potion you for now. Duel. Come on, use one of the abilities, please. My controls did not want to input there. I lost like 4 seconds doing nothing. definitely like a long fight. This is what I remember from my childhood more. Excuse me, I pressed the buttons. What is with the inputs not accepting them today? But yeah, this is pretty much what I remember from my childhood, is him being level 100, me not getting enough Lionhearts to finish the guy off, because Lionheart kicks in, you get like 20 or so hits at max damage. You know, 200,000 damage, bang, right there is enough to do quite a bit for getting you close to killing him a lot faster, especially at 1.14 million. Please use Lionheart! Yeah, statistics just aren't in my favor today. It's just not giving it to me. We'll catch up Aura there. There's that. Get Aura on everyone. Get a Mega Elixir on everyone. Completely missed Zell with that. Yeah, I'm not getting a lot of luck with Zell's Limit Break either. His crisis level is really, really low for all of these. Like, that's to be expected at full HP, I get that, but I've only got one time that was like out of 4 seconds on the clock there. Just seems really low more often than it needs to be. But then again, like I bookmarked the battle mechanics guide and I read it before the LP began. Oops, but I haven't read it since. Aura's going on everybody. The Mega Elixir going. Make sure I'm ready for that flame. Video game? That's the problem with these endurance fights, is you just end up sitting through the same animations. Like, he's got an attack pattern, which makes it even worse, I feel. You're doing the same process over and over again. Heal at the same time, do this at the same time. Unfortunately, don't get Lionheart at the same time, every time. Oh well. It makes for a long fight. Ravager. Oh, well, I missed hitting any of those attacks because I had a little critter pop in and won. Okay, that's fine. I'll take it. I will take that. Yeah, for whatever reason, the animation, or like the sound effect from the animation of him disintegrating continues to play over top of the ending, even though the animation is no longer there. It's kind of weird that way. There's two other things that I really wanted to show off. Someone had requested I do something like a challenge run at the final boss. I don't really know what I could do as far as challenge other than just like de-equipping junctions, because with the stats that I have at level 100 now, I have enough stats to wipe the floor with the final boss, even junctionless. Maybe that's what I could do. I could do it junctionless, and I don't know. Let me know in comments if there's something particular you want me to do. I'm not going to record it right away, but I have one more episode immediately planned. If you guys can think of something interesting that appeals to me in terms of a challenge run on the final boss, let me know. And yeah, other than that, I have one more bonus episode planned. We'll show off a couple of limit breaks and one little glitch that I only became aware of recently. So anyway, that's pretty much all for this one, and I'll see you guys next time.